Hello guys, here this is Giovanni Di Grezia, and today I'm going to show you some script that I created with 3dqualizer. Today we will see a simple restore and backup function. This is a simple 3dqualizer project. We have a scene with not a lot of parallax, but it's only an example to show, is a sample scene for showing the scripts. Today we see the restore and backup, and it's a group of scripts, and the target of these scripts is to save and restore 2D curves in memory. For example, here we have a point. This is point 01, and this point has is keyframes. Now, if you do some editing, for example, moving this, obviously you change the path, but if you do a lot of variations and you want to turn back, often you can do with the normal undo option. So I thought about a script that during the project, during your workflow, you can back up curves, all curves, one or more than one curves, and you can restore them later. All this works only in memory, so your curves are being loaded in RAM. So at the end, if you close the project and you reopen it, your curves, your backup curves are done. So you have to use these scripts only when you are into the project, and if you save the project and you close and reopen 3dqualizer, the scripts won't work. So now let's see how these things works. We can select all points here or here from the object browser or from manual tracking window, and we can select, for example, all of them. Usually we can do this before and I don't know, a big change to the project, and we can press the button backup. Nothing is shown, but all these curves are baked in RAM. So if we do some changes to our curves, for example, moving this point here, another frame here, we've messed up our projects. Or for example, we are not satisfied with some curves and we want to restore them. At this point we have different options. We can restore them one by one. For example, if you can see these, we don't like this, so we can press restore, and after that the point is like before, like our backup. If we select another point, for example this one, we can move this point here, and if you press restore, we can have like before. The objective is to change this behavior if we want to restore previous curve. For example, here we have another point that we modified previously, and if we press restore at any point in the timeline, we can restore his original curves. And doing this, we restore also the state of 2D curve, if a point is a spline, a keyframe, so if it's tracked or not. So you are free to select all curves, and press backup will overwrite the previous saved curves, Yes, and after that we can freely modify all points using 3dqualizer. And if we want to restore some points or all points, we can, for example, we can select all of them, and with one click automatically the 3dqualizer copying from the memory all curves based on their point ID, so you are sure that the points are the same also if you rename them. And this is a nice, useful script. It's very difficult to implement, but it's really useful if you want to do some modification to curves and you want to restore them. If you find any bugs, please let me know. In the description of this video you will find all the scripts that you need, how to install them. It's really easy, and also the GitHub repository with updates and with the source script if you want to modify them. Remember also that the points are backed and restored only using the select with camera into the selected group and with the camera main timeline. So if you press backup, you should restore the same point using selecting the same camera and the same point group. And I think this is all. I hope you enjoy this little tool. Bye.